guys, this is Sarah Gazy of 244 Chem. I'm here to kind of show you how to utilize the Legion. Now, Legion can be used without a Garrison base. Not everybody knows that, but you can use it directly from your Alliance Center, and sometimes it's actually faster to do so. Now, in order to use the Legion at all, first you have to put troops into it. And you have to be assigned the commander. If you are not the commander, or the Legion Master as it's called, you cannot use the Legion at all. Only one person can be assigned Legion Master on each AC. Only that person can utilize the Legion for that AC, and they are the only one that can drop or utilize the associated Garrison base. Now, in order to use it at all, your R5 is the only person who can do this, but they have to set you as the Legion command. And the way that they do that is they click on the AC and they click view. And right next to where it says Legion Master up there at the top is a little symbol. If you click that little symbol, it brings up your Alliance member list. So from that list, you can choose anyone, even an R1, and you can make them the Legion Master. At that point, they have full control. They can use the Legion from the AC, they can build a Garrison base, they can demolish one that's already existing, they can move troops between the two, and they can use any troops that have been sent to the Legion. So be careful who you select, because they can decimate the troops in there if they don't know what they're doing. It is something that each person should learn how to do so that they can do it properly. Now that your Legion has a commander, you have to put the troops into it. Now, the troops have already been sent to the AC, but if you need to send troops to the Alliance Center to use, you need to send them to the Legion. And you want to click the button that says Join Legion, not Garrison. Garrison troops only defend the AC and can be used for nothing else. So you want to send troops to join the Legion. You can select your troops and send them, just like you're marching. No big deal. But as you can see, I already have 3 sets in there. Once your troops have traveled to the Alliance Center, then they will be in the Legion tab, and they'll be listed under the Legion troops. As you can see, there's a bunch of troops in here. There's room for more. You can actually do Alliance technology and whatnot to get more troops able to go in. For right now, it actually holds quite a few. So we'll just go with what it's got. But right now, they can't be used. They have to be assigned to the active section of the Legion. And the way that you do that is, if you look up here, I actually have 2 symbols for APCs. The first one, the one that says 3 out of 4, that's my personal APCs. Now, the other one, however, is the Legion. Now, I have 4 slots within my Legion. Now, when I access this with an account that is only a farmer or a builder or a trader, I only get 3. Siege Masters get another 1. So you get one more extra to utilize if you're a Siege Master. Don't know why, but you do. Now, right now there's no troops there. There's nothing to use. But if you click that plus button, then it brings up that list of all those troops, and you can select what you want to send over. And you just click the add button and then go back, and there they are. They're all listed here. You can move them around. You can move them. And that's actually important, because when you're taking a line of tiles, they may be different levels. You may have it empty and then a level 2, and then a level 3, and then a level 1. And the troop strength is different from one APC to another, as is the viral immunity. If you send troops out to do stuff that they can't do outside of the Legion, it ain't gonna work. They can only do what they can do outside. They can't do anything extra inside the Legion. So if you send a troop to take a level 8 tile and they only have the viral immunity for a level 6, you just decimated that person's troops. their troops are dead or wounded. Their APC is is hurt. So be careful how you do it. Be respectful of the troops that people entrust to the Legion. And you can be a little more cavalier if you're using your own, because they're yours. But have a little respect for the trust people are doing to loan you their troops by putting them into Legion. Use them properly. But once your troops are loaded, you can then actually use them right from the Alliance Center. You don't have to send them to the Garrison base. So like if you want to take some tiles, there's 2 buttons for Occupy. There's the regular Occupy, and then right above that is the Legion Occupy. You can use both. The regular Occupy will send a troop from your base, your regular, and I use that to clear zombies as I go along, because Legion cannot clear zombies. They can only hit tiles. So, can't clear zombies with the Legion. But if you click Legion Occupy, see, now it popped up with all 4 of them showing down bottom. Each one must be given a task before you can proceed. I can't march right now, see? Won't let me, because I haven't given everybody a task yet. So, you need to actually give everybody a job. And it doesn't matter, you can scatter them all over. But now everybody has a job, now I can march. And they're actually coming right out of the AC, and they're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. They're not gonna go home to the AC until all 4 jobs have been completed. This cuts down a lot on travel time. They're not going out, taking 1 tile, going home. Launch them again to take the next tile, wait for them to come home. No, they actually just go bounce, 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 and then they go home. So it cuts down on your travel time. This is why tiling is so much faster using a Garrison base, or the AC itself, doesn't really matter, but using the Legion in whatever way you use it is faster. They also all move at the same speed. So if you send one really fast AC in there and the others are all fighters, swear to God, the fighters jump in the cars and take a ride. For the most part, it seems like they move very swiftly. They usually move at the pace of the fastest APC that you have loaded. Doesn't always work that way. I don't know why. It seems like usually they do. Now, as you can see, it's just progressing along, taking these tiles. Took the first, took the second, now it's taking the third, and then it's going to go over and take that 4th one. There is, to my knowledge, no way to cancel a march once you've sent it. If it hits a snag, it's going to just come home. If it turns out like you just launched on 4 tiles and the 3rd APC belongs to somebody who has no tile slots left, they're going to hit it, they're not going to be able to take it, and the 4th is canceled and they just come home. Unless the 4th is also backed by another tile. Like if you have to take the 3rd in order to get to the 4th gets canceled. If they can take the 4th anyway, sometimes it takes it, sometimes it doesn't. But I've had a few times it didn't take it. I really don't know why. Anyway, as I said, it won't do anything it wouldn't normally be able to do. It's not going to skip and just take the next tile anyway, even though it's not connected. It's not going to do that. Now that they're returning home, I'm going to show you how to send them to the Garrison base. Now, I've already built my Garrison base. It's right over here. But if you need to build it, it's very simple. It is in the build button, just like you're building a resource tile. It's right there. You build it, see resources, all this other stuff, and Garrison base. And it comes right up and you just pull it up and drop it. Now, it can only be dropped touching something that your alliance owns. So, and that can't be a city. It can be dropped touching a rally point, an alliance center, an occupied tile, or an alliance center building. Cities don't work. You can't just put your city anywhere and drop your base next to it. It's not going to work. Has to be something like Doomsday related that we own. That said, it's a really great tool because the minute it's down, you can start taking tiles off of it. You don't have to wait. You can do it immediately. But there is a 5-minute building timer on it, and until it is fully built, you cannot demolish it, and then demolishing also takes 5 minutes. So if you want to drop your garrison base, take a couple tiles real fast, and then move it, it's at least a 10-minute thing. Just is. That's the way it is. I'm sorry. But even so, using them as bridging tools is incredibly fast. Okay, so now that my Legion has returned to the Alliance Center, I can send them elsewhere. Now, let's say that we're working in another state. Once you've dropped your rally point, you can bring your Alliance garrison base and drop it in another state. However, you'll go to it, and in order to use it, you need to send the troops from the Alliance Center that they're at into the garrison base. It's very simple to do, but it takes like 6 minutes for them to travel. The way that you do it is you click on the garrison base, and right here there is a button that says adjust. You click the adjust button, and then you click adjust. And down the bottom you click adjust again. And it's going to adjust, and it sends the troops from the Alliance Center by plane to your garrison base. Now, distance, of course, is relative to how long it takes, but when they're in a foreign state, I swear to God, it seems like it's about 6 minutes to go across state lines and take them from your Alliance Center in our state to the Alliance Center in the foreign state. Now that they're here, when I use them to take tiles, they're going to come right out of it. So they can come right out of the garrison base. They're not having to travel all the way from the Alliance Center. So when you're working somewhere far away from any of your ACs, sending the troops to the garrison base is so much faster. Otherwise, they're traveling halfway across the map every time you want them to go do something, and it's never ideal. As you can see, it can take tiles that are being held by resources, as long as they were randomly generated. You cannot take a tile with a built tile. A tile somebody paid stone to build, you can't take that. You have to wait for it to either be gathered and disappear, or wait for it to disappear on its own, which I think is 48 hours. But you can't take those. But random generated, no problem. Okay, now let's just say, for example, that I've been using these guys for a while, and let's imagine that the third one is now out of durability or out of tiles or whatever. And you need to exchange these. Right now, you can't remove them from use without sending them back to the Alliance Center to be exchanged. You can send them home to their home city, at which point they would have to be redispatched by the player that they belong to. But you can't really do much else. So if I wanted to change those guys out, I would have to click on the base again and click adjust again and return them to the Alliance Center. Again, you click the adjust and they're going to fly back to the Alliance Center, at which point you can then exchange what troops you have in your active section of your Legion settings. This is a tool everyone should learn to use. A lot of alliances you'll have 3 or 4 of the R4s will learn to use it, and nobody else really does. That's a shame. It really is. Everyone should know how to use this. Even if you're just going to use it for your own troops, it is an awesome tool. It just makes it so much easier, and it doubles the durability on your APCs almost. So why would anybody not share with you how to use this? I don't understand. But that is how the Garrison base works. That's pretty much all of the information about it that I can think of at this point. But yes, there is one of these for every AC. So if your alliance has 4 alliance centers up and active, 4 of you can be doing this at any time. And your R5 can change who has it in a matter of 30 seconds. So learn to use this. Ask to be assigned to it. If you're not available for battle, send your troops there. Make sure whoever is going to be using your troops knows what your virus immunity is, so that they don't accidentally send you to something too hard and decimate your APC. So make sure they know what your troops are capable of doing. And again, just a quick note, like I said, they cannot do anything they can't do outside of it. So if you send your APCs to the Legion and they haven't taken tiles 1, 2, 3, and 4, then regardless of your immunity and whatever, nobody's going to be able to use your troops to take a tile level 5 unless they want to go back and do 1 through 4 for you. Don't do that to them. When you drop your buildings, do at least the first 3 tiles and get on your account before you dispatch those troops to the Legion setting. Because I'm telling you, as somebody who does the Legion all the time, it's a real pain in the ass because you don't always know which one it is that's holding you up. So, that said, I'm going to call it a night and have a lovely evening.